Man, I've been watching boxing for many years, man. Can't even lie, but this year, 2019's been a bad year for boxing. Bad year for boxing, man. And I ain't even talking about the fights. That's the sad part about it. We've had some great fights this year. Very good fights. To me, it's been a good year of boxing as far as what's been happening inside the squared circle. But outside of that, I thought it was bad here on these YouTube streets, you know what I mean? People out here saying anything they can just to get views and subs, trying to tap into a particular fan base. There's different factions out here, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? People out here turning into black Michael Monteros and Fig Newtons and the like, you know what I mean? Thunderdomes, people lying, you know what I'm saying, to basically, you know, push their agenda, you know what I mean? Push their narrative on things. You check it? But man, I didn't think that the worldwide leader of sports would engage in this debauchery that's going on here on these YouTube streets. You know what I mean? You check it. There was lies talking about Deontay Wilder sold 2,500 pay-per-view buys versus Luis Ortiz, and people are running with that. Even when those facts got debunked, and the fight did over 250 pay-per-view buys. Whether you think that's a success or not, that's not the point. The point is 2,500 pay-per-view buys is not even fathomable when it comes to doing a pay-per-view. That's just like, come on, man. But now ESPN, I'm watching ESPN. I see Stephen A, Max Kellerman, Terrence Crawford in the studio with Teddy Atlas. They pull up the ESPN pound for pound rankings and they have Lomachenko at number one. I look at the record they show with Lomachenko. You see it there on the thumbnail. It says Lomachenko's record is 14 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and 10 KOs. That's exactly what it says there, man. You see, I'm probably going to lose another 30 something subscribers like I did, I don't know, when Lomachenko beat Roman Rocky Martinez, when the Lomachenko fanatics, and I'm a Lomachenko fan, but I'm not no fanatic of nobody. I like a lot of fighters when it comes to boxing. I love a lot of skill sets out there. But when the fanatics came out and said the man Lomachenko is better than Floyd Mayweather at 130 pounds just by beating Roman Rocky Martinez, and I made a video to debunk that and show them all the work that the man Floyd Mayweather had put in at 130, from Gennaro Hernandez to the Justin Jucos to the everybody he beat there, and uh, what's the guy's name? Manfredi. You know what I'm saying? They said that they were trying to say Lomachenko's better, so I had to debunk that. I lost like 30 something subscribers in one day, just like that. You know what I mean? Now, the Lomachenko fans, look, man, you guys make this easy for me. You know what I mean? I don't want to come here and do this, but when the worldwide leader of sports is jumping out there and putting it straight up and down, right there, as you can see, 14 and 0, 1 draw, 10 KOs, number one pound for pound. First and foremost, I don't even know Lomachenko to even have a draw on his record. He has no draw on his resume. He ain't never drawn with nobody in the squared circle. But he does have a loss. He lost in his second professional fight to Orlando Salido. Man, I've been watching Lomachenko before he was a pro from the amateurs, you know what I mean? I watched his professional debut. It was on the undercard of Julio Cesar Chavez, Baby Chavez versus Brian Vera. I can't remember if it was the first fight or the rematch, but it was a fight in Texas, and Lomachenko was on the undercard of that fight. Now, you Lomachenko fans, I bet you guys weren't even there. You guys were late to the party, because I've been watching this guy since 2008 Olympics. You guys were late to the party, but ESPN, a channel that does show the Lomachenko fights because he's on Top Rank ESPN, This is what they're doing, man. I'm not. Look, you see, that's why I say boxing's in a bad place right now. You know, unfortunately, I'm a fan of the most corrupt sport in the world. You know what I mean? And I'll admit, I am a fan of the most corrupt sport in the world. But I didn't think these media publications, the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN, would stoop this low. You know what I mean? Would get low and basically disrespect boxing and everybody who's behind Lomachenko on that pound for pound list. They're disrespecting everybody who's ever been on a pound for pound list. Every single boxer out there, even the boxer who has one win and 12 losses. That's disrespect to him. Because everybody does what they've done in the ring and they resume and the record speaks for itself. But Lomachenko's record right here, as you can see, is fabricated. You know what I mean? And that's in the agenda that ESPN is pushing. And I'm not with that. I can't dig that one bit. You know what I mean? I'm not feeling that one bit. And this isn't the first time I've seen him do some kind of debauchery like this. Look, man, Lomachenko ain't no number one pound for pound on the planet. He ain't number one pound for pound over Bud Crawford. Neither could he to be honest, with that one loss, he shouldn't even be number one pound for pound over Cannoli. But Cannoli doesn't do himself any favors. A guy testing positive for steroids, a guy who moves up in weight and fights the weakest champion in every single division that he goes to, except for the middleweight when he seen the man Triple G slipping, and that's when he decided to fight him. A guy who has a lot of controversial decisions. That's why Cannoli, he's done it to himself. Otherwise, if Cannoli had clean victories, there's no question about it, he's number one pound for pound, without a shadow of a doubt. But at least his record's not fabricated. He has one loss on his record. I ain't never seen no publication or anywhere saying that he's 50 something and and has one more draws. He has a few draws. I think he has one draw on his resume. You know what I mean? They never took a one draw on his resume and transferred it to a loss on his resume or not. You know what I mean? So I'm real upset by this news, you know what I mean? Not upset like I'm going to lose sleep over it, but it's just I'm seeing this happen on YouTube, and I've already come to the fact that people are going to do that with their YouTube channels, making up stuff to fit their agenda, especially lying on fighters that they don't like and propping up fighters that they love, and even lying on fighters that they do love, and fabricating stuff that they've done and haven't done in boxing. I can understand that's going to happen on YouTube. It's freedom of speech. People going to lie and say whatever they want, especially to appease a particular fan base. You know what I mean? Me personally, man, I ain't appeasing no fan base. My channel is straight up and down boxing. I'm not this. This is not a fan page channel. I made a video and showed y'all what a fan page channel of Britney Spears, Beyonce, or Floyd Mayweather, a celebrity, or Eddie Murphy fan page for his fans to come, or Nicki Minaj, or who else? You know, there's a lot of fan pages out there. There's fan pages even for boxers. My channel ain't no fan page. You ain't gonna come here and be divisive. Look, you can come here and criticize any fighter that deems that definitely deems to be criticized. That's no problem, well and fine. But we're not gonna be lying on anybody. Other channels may do that. We're not doing that here on B Marsh Boxing, but on the real, other channels will do that, and there ain't nothing I could do about it. And there really and truly, there's nothing I'm gonna do about it. I just don't listen to stuff like that. I never understand why people be crying and bitching about channels that they don't like, whatever they talk about, but they make videos about them and talk about them all day. Now, I just never understood it. I always say, look, I don't watch Fox News. You know what I mean? It's more suited for Republicans and conservatives and the likes. You know what I mean? I don't watch it. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them, really and truly, because I don't watch they narrative. You know what I mean? You check it. Now, if I was paid to criticize and critique everything they do, I'd definitely take a pen and pad and I'd jot down everything that they do, and I'd come and make a video about it. But I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? On my channel, you can come and critique any and everybody you want to, as long as they deemed to be criticized. But we're not going to be lying on anybody. But now, when it comes down to the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN, doing this, Boxing's in a bad place right now, man. I'm trying to tell you. And it's not the fights. We've got great fights this year. I've been pleased with the fights that we got. Sure, we want the Terrence Crawfords and the Errol Spencers, Anthony Joshua's, Deontay Wilder's, even Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. We still haven't gotten some major fights that we would have liked to see. But for the most part, we've had a lot of unifications this year. And I applauded everybody who got into unification, put their strap on the line against another individual and said, let's do this for the betterment of boxing. I ain't mad at that one bit. But the politics, the divisiveness, not just even from the networks and the bigwigs, the higher ups, the people who control boxing. It's coming even down now to the fans here on YouTube, you know what I mean? You know, not even channels being divisive, but even people in the comment sections, you know what I mean? And that's what we're not going to tolerate over here. Like I said, you can criticize any and everybody you want, you know what I mean? You could have your opinion, but you got to be speaking facts, nothing more, nothing less. Be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what you think about this BS that ESPN is pulling here, acting like Lomachenko ain't never lost and has a draw on his record, trying to make his record look a little more glossier than it really is. Man, that guy's got a loss on his record and he never avenged that loss. And that's just the fact about it. If you don't like it, please let me know by hitting that thumbs down. Please. And it's going to show if you have a backbone or not, if you crawl on the ground like a caterpillar or not. If you don't like the fact that Lomachenko does have a loss on his record, do the necessary and hit that thumbs down. Be Marsh Boxing. I'm gone.